Action. Yo, what up guys, this is Article Chosen Energy. Today I want to talk about how I became vegan. For a long time I was always trying to kind of like eat less meat, be more healthy, because my mission was always like kind of to be able to not have any fat. Even though my metabolism has always been really great, but in a way like everyone was telling me like, hey, I'm a vegetarian. Like my first girlfriend for a few years, my very first love, she was a vegan. No, she was a vegetarian, not vegan. She was a vegetarian. And and I was trying to figure out why she's vegetarian, and I tried to be a vegetarian many times, and it was literally impossible for me because like I was surrounded by people that ate meat literally every single day, even my own parents. My point is, it is not easy to go vegetarian like that. In this video, I just want to show you guys how I did it, so maybe you can also do it the same exact way. Because the one thing that you should never do is almost like force yourself to become something, even though that's kind of one way of going about it, but it's kind of like the hard way. The way I did it, which really like helped me, and maybe it can like also like resonate with you, is I just let everything like I just let everything to just like kind of work itself out in my life. Meaning like I didn't actually rush. I did try a few times to eat no meat, and using that complicated, using that hard, because being a vegetarian is not that hard. Being vegan is a whole different monster, right? So this past 3 days I've been a vegan, and I gotta say like there's so much advantages. So I've been vegan for the past 3 days, and I've seen like so many gains. I mean, the only con is like I'm super like hungry all the time and I'm a little weak, but it's just the processing, right? So okay, let's go back to how I became a vegetarian. So I mean, I was dating this girl. She was Buddhist and she didn't eat meat. She was vegetarian, right? But she did eat meat before when we met, and then afterwards she just quit because her father. Anyways, it was a whole different. It was a sad story, but so and then she got me to the whole feeling, and I was like, okay, how do you do it? And then she always told me how she always meditated like every single day, and I was like, is that how you quit meat? She's like, yeah, when you meditate, you literally like you don't actually crave meat. You know, you don't feel that craving, right? So okay, I'm like, and I totally forgot about that, right? And then what happened was during my awakening, which I'm gonna have a whole different story on this. It's kind of like a personal one, so I want to make it a good one. Like I want to make the video in a really perfect timeline so that it will not overlap on things, because it was really like hard times for me. But that was also during my awakening, my actual awakening, because I was awakened in 2011, 2012. But I wasn't fully awakened because there was so much going on in my life. But yeah, so as soon as I was awakened, during that time I was doing a lot of meditation. Like I naturally craved meditation. Like I wanted to be away from everything. I would go to the park and I would meditate for like an hour, 2 hours. I literally leave my windows down and I would just fall asleep with some with my headphones, like with some med music, or on the grass with nice little like the yoga mat. So I would literally do that for like almost like 4 months straight. And after that, like literally organically, I just didn't crave meat anymore. So and then one day I was like, wait a minute, I'm like, why? I just noticed, I'm like, I haven't had meat for a while. That's weird. I didn't even go back there and say, oh, it's almost like the DNA or the component in me, or I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like that little DNA cell of my craving or something was like almost like spliced off from my DNA, that my brain or something, like it was almost like erased from my memory that I ever even had meat, right? It was the most weirdest thing in the whole world. Like, it was just something like that I cannot even explain. It just goes beyond thing. But what I do know is that it happened during the time when I was meditating every single day. It was just crazy. And I was also like waking up. And a lot of times people say when you spiritually wake up, when you have a spiritual awakening, first thing that happens is you let go of a lot of things, and you actually are more spiritual. Therefore, you recognize like the second density, or the 2D animals. You know, like the animals that we eat, they're 2Ds, right? We're like 3D. So therefore, when you have that heightened spiritual awareness, then you don't actually eat meat after that point. You know. So that's what happened to me. Anyways, and then at the same time, I literally also And then I was going to the gym a lot too. I mean, at that point, but that was because it gets more deeper than that. But pretty much meditation got me into like not creating meat, and I just literally forgot about it. It wasn't like I sat down and said, okay, I'm not gonna eat meat. I'm gonna count like it's been a week, it's been 2 weeks, it's been a month. It wasn't like that at all. I just literally stopped eating meat. It's almost like I ate so many other things that I forgot that meat was even an option. So why am I telling you the story is that don't ever force yourself to eat or not eat something or to quit on something. Like let your body like reject to it. That's the best way to do it. Like something happened when I smoked for like years, right? Like cigarettes. I didn't smoke marijuana at all. I just tried a little bit here and there, and it was kind of cool because it got me. It was an easier transition from cigarettes to quitting. Trying here and there just a little bit when I was like out and about, and I was like hanging out with some crowds that literally smoked every day. So I was kind of like in the mix here and there, you know. But definitely it was the same way. Like I literally meditated so much that I didn't have any stress in my life. I was like literally peaceful, like super peaceful. And when you're that peaceful, like you literally, and that's exactly the same time where I also like quit marijuana too. Like I tried it for like a month, just off and on, and I literally quit everything, all the drugs, even alcohol, because I realized that when your body is in this peaceful state, you don't crave any of this. It's almost like it becomes like out of your nature to even like think of this as like, it's like you feel so like your lifestyle is so free and so like healthy that you don't want to contaminate it with any kind of drug. It's like you're becoming like this spiritual being of like kind of like almost what's the best analogy to use here to actually make this more relevant and not relevant, but make this more easy to understand? It's almost like I'm trying to find. I'm usually really good in analogies, but it was almost like being so purified that it's kind of like trying to be human and trying to eat humans. You can't, you know, right? It's like, yeah, so it was just crazy because yeah, I mean, it's like at that point what happens is when your body is, I mean, when you have like super awareness of and mindfulness and consciously like kind of like you are consciously aware of everything, like your vibration, your energy, your breath, your heart, your like quiet, your solitude. It's like when you are aware of your aura too. It's like literally when you are awakened, pretty much when you're woke, like that's literally. I mean, the way I see it is you cannot be actually awakened if you're still eating meat. Like you can't be awakened, but you cannot be to that level because if you're still drinking a lot of alcohol, you cannot be fully awakened. Meaning you can be awakened. You'll feel awakened, but you cannot raise your like vibrations because you'll literally go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and camera's acting up again. So, and that will not really be like, you will not fully be awakened, and you will keep like going back and saying, damn, I was so good, and I'm now back to like how like Aaron Dowdy has that little chart. I actually have that chart to here too, probably like right here. I'll put it right here. So right here, the chart, as you can see, when you drink alcohol, you're in the 200 and below level. When you do weed, it's 350, right here. So my point is, like, when you don't do any of them, you only heighten, like on an average, if you just meditate and eat healthy and be peaceful and be happy, and only feel positive energy and see everything in the eyes of like positivity, like in a positive, like if you perceive everything with this positive like vision, this positive outlook, a positive point of view, you literally will always be on the 4 and 500. Like right now, I'm like around like 600 to 650. The goal is 1,000, which is literally like a total. Right now, I'm in an enlightened state where I'm trying to help everyone because I'm so excited to help everyone. And then eventually, I'll be in the advanced like master level, which literally means that I literally see like everything being perfect and beautiful. That's like literally the top. That's gonna happen in the next few years. I can see it. I can already feel it. But not to just jump thing, but there's no like we don't live in this. We don't live. Our timeline is not that linear, so therefore we can literally jump to that levels anytime. It just matters of how much we meditate and when we're ready to tap into that frequency, because the frequency is now very close to us because of the energy in the air. It's like literally halfway to us. So and it's literally waiting for us to meet the high frequency halfway there and just tap into it. That's the reason why it is so easy for now, and it's so imperative that you actually are aware and you are consciously friendly, because if you're aware and you're consciously friendly and you are mindful and you are spiritual and you have a spiritual awakening, it's only going to get better. It's kind of like how they say the Pandora box, once it's open, it's literally open. You can't literally close it. It's like it's open. But and you can only right now I just said like 11, and you can only like heighten that thing by as you go forward. By just more meditation, because the more you meditate, the more it's like it takes almost like a year of full meditation to actually become like super peaceful and super like yeah, this feels really good. I should like in the future I want to talk like this, like very relaxed, very chill. Yeah guys, so the way I'm actually gonna go to a chill mode right now, and so you guys can see the contrast and see like how cool it is, because I just promised to myself and I put in the intentions to be this way. So pretty much, yeah, so that's how I quit eating meat, by just pretty much doing so much meditation that the meat became like a kind of like a foreign nature to me and to my body, and so I couldn't consume meat any longer. So I just kind of felt like, hey, if I'm not gonna enjoy something, I can't eat it. And then after that came the no drugs, no cigarettes, no alcohol, no weed, not even like Molly, even because I've done Molly a few times in Vegas, low key. But that was just because I was young. That was like super long time ago. But now I'm super aware of like everything. Like, hey, I just like, even the music that I listen to, even the music is crazy. Like, I don't listen to hip hop anymore unless it's like energy hip hop. Like the lyrics is like, everything that I listen to is not lyrical lately. It's all like chill step, chill, like ambient music, like a lot of yoga music, a lot of like chill music. I don't listen to anything that has words or anything that talks about like buying cars, like dating 30 girls or guys at the same time, like all that stupid like little drama for your mama stuff. I don't do that, right? You know, I just don't, because, and the reason why, because like Aaron said one time, and he made a good point, like if you listen to those songs, what's happening is many other people that are not awakened and they're super like in their own little crazy lifestyle, not to judge them, just saying, like you attract their energy. So when you're hearing that song, your energy actually fluctuates, so therefore you're literally like lowering your energy, which I will make a video on this separately, but I just thought it's not even a big topic for me to make a video on, so I'll just put it here, you know, because like pretty much, so it's really important the kind of music you listen to, because if that music is really popular on radio and it's talking about like breaking up with the boyfriend or girlfriend, then like all those people that are like listening to that, they're probably sad. So even though that song may not actually appeal to you as being a sad song because it has cool beats, but you'll attract the bad energy from the other people that were literally down, and you'll feel their EMF in your aura, you know, all around. Yeah, so let's go back to the thing before, and I'm going to wrap this up. So pretty much my point is, so I went from not eating meat, quitting alcohol, quitting cigarettes, quitting weed, quitting I don't want to say that I'm a quitter, because I'm not. It's just like I'm conscious and I'm aware of what I put in my body and how I impact myself. It's almost like I can see like firsthand, like vividly, how my body like works. Literally, right now my face is kind of, I don't want to brag, but it's kind of like glowing right now, right? A little bit. It's only because I bought this shower head that is like, that kills the fluoride and kills the chlorine. And then I also ate less vegetarian food, more, and I was putting in like vegan every week, like a few days a week. And then like 2 days ago, with the new moon, the big super moon and the equinox, I literally went straight like full-fledged vegan. And so now I am literally, it's my 3rd day, because I started on the 20th, 2021, 22. Actually it's my 4th day to be really exact. And like, and it feels literally, I can feel my skin, it's crystallizing. And that's the other thing, you see, like when we eat healthy, because in the future when we are ready for the ascension, what's gonna happen is we are going to our skin, like we're made out of carbon, right? Carbon. But as we go towards the ascension in like in the next 10 years, we're gonna see more and more our body is gonna, like, skin is gonna be more shiny like a crystal, you know, it's gonna be more crystalline. That's the reason why many people are actually getting younger right now than like even me. My hair, I had some white hair, now it's literally becoming full brown. It's literally, I'm like Benjamin Button right now. It's fucking dope. It's pretty like legit, you know? It's pretty wicked. Yeah, so yeah, so my point is, allow things to happen for you by just letting it go. Like, don't like sit there and say, okay, I'm not gonna eat meat, I'm not gonna eat meat. Like, try to eat less meat and just let it like just come to you for you to the point of you like reject meat. And the easiest way is meditating. So if you meditate every single day, like I do like morning, midday, like around 3-4 o'clock, and then nighttime before I sleep, and you'll be surprised how much it helps me. I feel like a whole new person every single day. I can even sense like my energy is like always like, it's always great. It's beautiful. Wow, it's so quiet. It's cool. Alright guys, so let's go back, and I'm going to wrap this up because literally I have the tendency, because I have super ADHD, so I jump everywhere. But I like to kind of be resourceful too, and give you value while I'm jumping around, because this way I'm talking about many stuff, so you're not getting just one thing. I'm like multitasking with a lot of, by kind of like allowing like a range of information to just come through and just kind of like come to you. So last but not least, how I became vegan. So I was eating a lot of vegetarian lately, and one day I was making eggs like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, wow, I cannot eat this. I literally made the eggs, and I just kind of like cut it with knife, and the smell of it, I just kind of felt like I felt like icky, you know, I felt weird. So I just threw it in the trash. I was like, I can't do this, I just can't. And after that, I just like realized that it was time that with enough meditation, my body no longer could kind of, I guess, could fathom, could accept anything that was from an animal. That's when I realized that. So that's when I also quit cheese. I literally stopped cheese, and I stopped eggs. And the only thing that I was still doing that was I mean, the only reason why I was still eating a little bit of, I guess I was eating like, I would get like what is it that I kept? Yeah, actually I don't even know. I think I actually just went straight vegan then. But here and there I did order pizza, and the pizza had a feta cheese, so which was total like no. That's the only thing that I could actually eat, because feta cheese is like so easy to eat, you know. So you guys probably agree. So I don't know what just got in my eye, but just clear this up. So I'm okay. Okay, so pretty much yeah. So and since my body wouldn't allow, I didn't feel right, and I couldn't even like chew or like swallow anything that was like cheese. I mean, cheese I still could do, but then I just, after the super moon, I literally just didn't even feel like, when I even thought about cheese, I was like, no, I can't do cheese, you know. It's kind of like, that's a little weird. It's like a total different, I didn't feel the crave or the urge or even right eating it. So that's how I know that my frequency is even heightened more, because before I could have never made that choice or make that call, because I would be like, wait a minute, how am I going to survive? I love cheese, or I love eggs, because eggs has been one thing that everyone will agree that it is the hardest thing for us to quit when we're trying to go vegan, you know? So anyways, but now today I found this really cool frozen section in, now that I'm going to do everything frozen, in Albertsons, local one. And they have all the coolest like whole foods, because I realized that I cannot really eat plant processed food, because I just don't feel normal eating it. It doesn't it doesn't resonate with me. So I'm just gonna stick to whole foods for now until I'm actually ready for the plant processed like hamburgers or whatever, because I bought a whole bunch from 365 and I threw them all away. I wanted to donate them, but I just I don't know, I left them outside, and they kind of got spoiled too, because I was like, I'm not gonna eat this, it's just bad. But yeah, so yeah, my point is, don't kill yourself trying to go vegan or vegetarian. Meditate enough for you to be able to like resist, and once that happens, then just let it go. So that's the best way. And again, everything is about letting go. It's like, just let it go. But with this one, it's just like almost like let it go when your body wants to let it go. Don't let it go because your mind wants to let it go, even though your mind is your body, kind of, because they work together. But it's like, let it go when you really feel like, yeah, I can't consume this anymore. When you really have that urge, that's when you let it go. Alright guys, and that's about it. I think I covered everything. So my advice is, if you're trying to be spiritually more, if you want to raise your like vibrations, I'm not judging you for eating meat, but try to like lower the meat. Eventually become vegetarian at least. if you can never do vegan, because vegan is really hard. But if you can do vegan, even great, hooray. But otherwise, like quitting meat, you'll like, it's the most, like, the benefits, let me actually cover that really quick before I close this. The benefits are crazy. Eating no meat, literally your brain works like 1 million miles an hour, literally. Let's say you can ask me a question about something, I will find the answer from somewhere. I will channel the answer, or my brain will think of it, or you give me an equation or an algorithm. I used to do programming for like a software for Apple, and it was a hobby. It was like a kind of a self-employed thing. But I would literally create the program so quickly when I had like this 6 months of like break from meat. And now I'm feeling the same way. Like whatever I'm like trying to figure out, it's like there. It's like that. Your brain is like, it's almost like your brain becomes like a solid state. Hard drive, I don't know if you know about hard drive pretty much. The hard drive, let me give you a little bit of that real quick. The old school hard drives, it was just like a disk that would just go around and round, and with a hard drive. That's like having a meat brain, right? Having a meat hard drive, having a meat brain. Yeah, that's a better one. And then if you, once you quit meat, it's like all the wires, they're like your brain becomes solid state. I call it the no meat brain, which means like your brain becomes like all like intertwined and connected. So if you want something from here to there, like if you want to think of something to like a problem, a solution to a problem or anything, it literally just like links, like it literally just like connects everything in on the fly. There's no like actual wait time, you know? Like there's no like, it's literally like, here you go, you know? It's like that. And then becoming vegan for the past 3 days, this is crazy. This is how crazy it is. Like, do you see how I'm right now flowing with like talking to you guys on cam? It's the veganism that's actually making that work in a way, because I know that when I tried being vegan like last month for like a whole 2 weeks, and actually did it, only one day I think I ate a little bit of cheese, but I like those days my brain, I was on video like recording. I have something recorded that I have to still edit and just upload. But my brain was like literally like, hey, I want to just like everything was just like, even the way you talk, you're just more relaxed. Your brain, it's almost like you have zero guilt in your DNA. Not even guilt, it's like you have zero karma of any pain. As if like your body is so healthy that it's like everything is interlinked, like a solid state. Like your whole body becomes like a solid state. Solid state means like, it's like you almost become like a flash storage, you know? That's the next level. I don't know if you guys know about. So there's the old hard drive, there's a solid state, and there's a flash storage, which literally is like that. Everything is that. But many people are still like loving the solid. Anyways, I don't want to give you that little like a nerdy talk, but pretty much like you will, once you go vegan, eventually you become like a flash storage, like a flash, like from Marvel. Now we're going to a whole different game. You see what's happening? I'm just telling you, like my brain is like computer lately because of like not eating a lot of. Now now like after becoming vegan, now it's more better. Anyways, it's showing red, which means the camera is getting hot, so I don't want to cut this stuff in and then go back. So I try to eat less meat and then eventually become a vegetarian. My advice, even if you never go to becoming a vegan, be a vegetarian and you will never ever have regret. Like you'll literally be like, wow, Ari chosen was fucking right. Like literally you will feel healthier. You don't have to work out to get like abs. You can get abs without even working out. You literally, it's like your body becomes like a fitness freak, if that makes sense without sounding weird. Your body becomes like this like perfect carved beautiful body without any workout. Like you can literally just do, like, I mean you can like have zero workout. I'm not saying no workout, do your whole whatever you do, but your body becomes this like beautiful temple with a beautiful aura, beautiful physique, beautiful design, like inner and exterior decor, like this beautiful thing, and you will just feel great. Your mind will be better, your mood will be great, you'll never feel fatigue, you'll always feel energized, you'll feel great. So and the reason why, because meat grounds us, and without meat everything just works perfectly well for us. So anyways guys, so that's about it. Super recommend you guys becoming vegetarian. But if you are still eating meat, eat lighter meat, cut the red meat, just eat more like turkey and chicken until you're ready and you meditate enough that you actually don't want to eat meat anymore and your body rejects. Once your body rejects, it's a little sign that it's time. That's my 2 cents on that. So that's it. Have a beautiful, amazing Saturday. Wish you guys a beautiful, amazing night with your cool people. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will make some more videos on similar topics. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. And if you didn't like this video, then hit the thumbs button down because they're both ranked in the same way. But if you did like it, thumbs up is kind of like almost like encourage more. I know, obviously, right? And then if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, and if you can hit the bell, like really slam it for your ears to kind of like ring. That would be even awesome. And this way, if I make any cool videos, you'll get notified right away. Even though I'm going to start doing Premiere on every video that I upload, so you guys will know ahead of time in case you have things that you are doing before, so you kind of like see it first and just enjoy it like during your break or whatever, you know. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Much love, peace, and namaste. That's a wrap. Yeah.